Memphis, 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 Memphis. Nothing but Memphis.
We'll run that back one more time.
Memphis, 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 Memphis. Nothing but Memphis.
That's right, guys. Nothing but Memphis, Showboats, right here on the Captain's Log with your host, Brandon, a.k.a. the Captain. Appreciate you guys coming in. Week 2 just wrapped up. Man, oh man. I mean, what is there to say when your team just gets destroyed on primetime TV? I mean, what do you do? The Boats got absolutely boat raced by the Stallions on their trip down to Birmingham, continuing the long history they have of owning us when it comes to USFL football down there. Stallions now lead the all-time matchup against the Showboats 4-1 now. Did it with a 42-2 victory. USFL scoregami there for any of those keeping track. Unbelievable. 42-2. Yes, real score. The Boats would have had 0 points had it not been for a meaningless safety late in the third quarter, courtesy of Mr. Jeremiah Valawaga. And he's been a bright spot on the defensive unit. Had a blocked field goal, I believe, last week. Field goal or an extra point. Had a blocked kick last week. And then shows up this week to get the sack. I like the defense as a whole. Obviously, defense can't do much in the terms of scoring, but they can try to set the offense up. And I felt like they tried. They tried out there, but Stallions offense, just too much for them. Too much for them. Couldn't handle Jay Sternberger just running wide open all over the place. So it was ugly. It was ugly. Another thing that makes it even worse is, like I said, they were missing a lot of guys. The Stallions were missing Jamar, Scooby, Marlon Williams. And even with all that, they still showed us Stallions are the champs for a reason. Like I said, Sternberger, he's going to be keeping up defensive coordinators for the rest of the season. Dude just absolutely tore us up, over 100 yards, a touchdown. Then they had Thaddeus Moss getting involved. So you can already see they've got guys coming in to replace all the dudes that they have lost. I mean, insanely deep, that Birmingham team. Magoo went out there, proved he's more than capable of starting a game and finishing it. Absolutely killed it out there. 3 touchdowns for Magoo. And even if he does end up going down with an unfortunate injury, they got Jalen Morton out there. And, oh, by the way, they just picked up Kyle Sloter. Remember him? Breakers last year, played against the Stallions, got beat by the Stallions 3 times, including a playoff defeat that sent the Breakers home last year, and now he plays for the Stallions. So very, very capable backups over there in Birmingham. So they look like they've got a nice, easy road back to the playoffs again. And them and the Breakers just looking to make a repeat run. And the Gamblers and the Boats 0-2 heading into week 3. Speaking of the Gamblers, that's who's coming up next. We'll see them this Saturday. And they just had a hell of a game. They lost, 7-point loss, to the Breakers. And Breakers now 2-0, just like the Stallions, tied for first place in the South. And the game started off a little slow, and then second quarter came around, and that turned into a shootout that I could not have predicted. I definitely picked the under in that game. I did not expect the amount of offense we would see, personally. Game came down to the last few minutes in the fourth quarter. Only thing that really messed up the Gamblers was Kenji Bahar, but on the flip side of that, he was also a great thing for the Gamblers. So Kenji was hot when he was hot, cold when he was cold. And he just happened to be cold. Worst moment of the game, right in crunch time there, threw a costly interception. Breakers go down and take the lead, and then gives the Gamblers not much time left. But Kenji ends up throwing another interception. So tough loss for the Gamblers. 2 weeks in a row now. Showboats had a tough loss week 1. They looked much better in week 1 than they did this week, obviously. Hoping we can recreate some of that offense. Definitely not going to win against the Gamblers putting up 2 points. Not going to win against anybody putting up 2 points. So just gotta get the defense ready, get all those cliches going. Got to work harder, got to practice better. Can't allow it. This game, tough loss, man. I mean, you get beat by 40 like that, and then I got to come on here and talk about it, try to give you guys my input and let the fans know what we can hold on to. And it's a must-win game this weekend, guys. Must-win game already, week 3. If we go down 0-3, we'll be 0-2 in the division at that point. I'm not saying we wouldn't, be able to rattle off 7 straight, but if we go down 0-3, I think it's going to be very, very tough to get back into the playoff run, obviously. So definitely need this one. Gamblers also just brought back Isaiah Zuber, wide receiver that was with them last year. Got picked up after the USFL season ended, played with the Raiders for a little bit. So he was just recently cut, came right on back to the Gamblers. So that'll definitely help him out. And Mark Thompson, who's been a scratch the past 2 weeks, is supposed to be playing this week. That'll definitely help out TJ Pledger, who's been carrying the load the past 2 weeks and looked pretty damn good doing it. He's a very solid, capable back, good running back 1, and now they got 2 running back 1s. Got a nice backfield with those guys. Going to definitely have to stop them from getting carried away. And, I mean, like I said, Kenji, when he's hot, I mean, he was dropping dimes to Justin Hall. Got to watch out for him. Like I said, they got Zuber back. So it's a tough Gamblers team coming in here and a real demoralized Showboats team. So we're playing back in Memphis. Hopefully the fans show up and give the guys a little bit of juice for this one. They're going to need it. We got to show out and show up and show out, support the team out there. Going to have to get Kenji off his game early, get a successful pass rush against him. Hopefully get him to make a mistake, cough up the ball early. Memphis is going to need some turnovers. Memphis is going to need to play disciplined as well. Obviously, can't let any of those self-inflicted wounds from that Stars game take us out like they did. Need Alex Kessman to make these field goals. I know 48's, he's missed 2 from 48 now and missed that extra point in the Stars game. So need Kessman to start coming through on the kicks. And like I said, guys, it's a must-win situation, and I hope it goes good. And if not, we'll be right here to talk about it next week on the Captain's Log. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully we can salvage the season and show these Memphis fans that we got some fight left in us, and we're going to make a daring playoff run. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hit the subscribe. Got YouTube shorts coming out for you guys almost daily. Do all that good stuff. Trying to give away the Kevontae Turpin jersey. So make sure you subscribe. Don't miss a thing. We got the post-game pressers on here too. So after every game, we'll try to get those uploaded. As soon as the presser's over, we get those up on the YouTube. Be subscribed. You'll be notified when it hits the YouTube. So appreciate you guys. Go Boats. And scene.